Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day and had a fabulous weekend, because this video will be posted on a Monday. If you're new here, hi and welcome. My name's Tristina and I post mommy and lifestyle videos for you guys 3 times a week. It would mean the world to me if you would press that red subscribe button down below and become a part of my little YouTube family here. As for today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys our dinners for this past week. The majority of the week was rainy and gloomy and a little chilly out, so most of the week I made some comfort food dinners, I feel like. However, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. So on Monday, I actually gave a new recipe a try that I found on Pinterest. It was called the one pan pesto chicken, tortellini, and veggies. The link to this down below, because you know you got to give credit where credit is due. However, it was super easy, it's healthy, and it's actually really good. So I just went ahead and put some cut up chicken breasts in a pan with a little bit of salt. Over in my other pan, I have water boiling that I put some tortellini in. Once the chicken was cooked all the way through, I went ahead and took it out of the pan and put it on a dish and added in a bag of frozen asparagus with about a tablespoon of olive oil and about a tablespoon of garlic. I did change this recipe up a little bit because I was missing some ingredients, and I just, you know, your girl likes garlic. And then I added some freshly shredded Parmesan cheese on top of it and put the lid on until that was melted. Once that was done, I went ahead and took it out and put it on 2 plates ready to serve. And then I added my chicken back to the pan to reheat it up a little bit. Once it was reheated through, I added in some garlic pesto sauce, which this was actually our first time ever trying pesto, and it is really good. I probably put about 1/4 of a cup into there and mixed that all together. And then I went ahead and added in the cooked tortellini and about a cup of halved cherry tomatoes and stirred that all together. And then I just went ahead and served it with the asparagus. And this was a super yummy, super quick meal, you guys. I will definitely be making this again. Tuesday night, I went ahead and made some meatloaf. It was a rainy, cold day, and a meatloaf just sounded so good. So for my meatloaf, I put in a cup of Italian breadcrumbs, a cup of Parmesan cheese, a tablespoon of parsley, and 1 egg. And then I just go ahead and mix all of that together and form it into a loaf. Once I formed my meatloaf into a loaf, I went ahead and put that in the oven at 350 for about an hour. So we use brown gravy on our meatloaf. We don't do like a ketchup mixture. So once my meatloaf was almost done, I went ahead and started my brown gravy. I just used a package of brown gravy mix, and I put in like the juices from the meat instead of water. However, this time I used the Aldi brown gravy package mix, and it was very salty, so I don't think I'm gonna get it again. But then I just went ahead and made my mashed potatoes. I don't know, I make these, I feel like normal. I just put in milk, butter, and a little bit of sour cream. I don't have measurements because I just do it until it's, you know, nice and creamy and ready to go. And then I also just threw in a can of corn into the microwave, and I served it just like that. This is one of my favorite meals. This meatloaf is so good, you guys. It literally falls apart in your mouth, like it just melts. It's so good. It also makes a great leftover meal, so for Wednesday night we had leftovers. Okay, so tonight's Thursday, and I really just wasn't feeling cooking today. I babysat and stuff, and I'm honestly just exhausted. It's like a rainy, crappy day out, so tonight's dinner is super easy. I don't have a whole lot to show you guys, but I'm just making some pork chops that I already have in the oven, just super simple. I just use the shake and bake seasoning mix. I always have this stuff on hand just for like when I don't feel like cooking. And you know, directions are right on the side. And then over here I am making some rice aroni, the chicken kind. Again, directions just as it is. And then I got these fire roasted vegetables from Aldi, and we're gonna give these a try. We've never actually tried these. They're in a balsamic butter sauce. Also tonight my niece is staying the night, and shake and bake pork chops are one of the few things that she actually eats. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. But super simple dinner tonight. I really don't have much to show you guys because it is just all, you know, written right out on the instruction packets. But anyways, I'll still show you guys it when it's done. Okay, so here's tonight's dinner plated up. Super simple, like I said, and then I just always dip my pork chops in applesauce, and I only had strawberry applesauce tonight, so that's what I'm using. On to Friday night, I made spaghetti and meatballs and sausage. This was Floyd's request. I always like have him choose one meal each week, and this was his request for this week. So I went ahead and heated up a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I cut up 1 large onion and added that into there, and also about a tablespoon or 2 of minced garlic. And then once those were cooked, I added in 2 cans of Hunt's tomato sauce, and then I put water in them and poured that in to get out the rest of the tomato sauce and to make a bigger mixture. So then I mixed that up, and then I start adding my seasonings. I added about a tablespoon of basil, a tablespoon of oregano, and a tablespoon of garlic powder. I've never actually measured this. I always just do it by eye. So I measured it this time for you guys, and it came out really good. So that's probably, you know, the measurements I'll go with. And then my sausage, I went ahead and threw in the oven at 350 just for a few minutes, so it was cooked enough that I could cut it into pieces. And I added that into the sauce, and I went ahead and made my meatballs, which I make the same way I make my meatloaf. So some parsley and egg, some Parmesan cheese, and Italian breadcrumbs. And then the only difference is obviously I formed them into balls instead of a loaf, and I added them into the sauce. And the only thing I want to say about this is don't mix your meatballs once you put them in for about like 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Let them like cook a little bit before you mix your sauce and your meatballs, because or else they're gonna fall apart and you're gonna get more of like a meat sauce instead of meatballs. Trust me, I've made that mistake before. But then I just let these cook in the sauce for about 2 hours. I actually went grocery shopping while they were cooking, and I served it up with some penne and some Red Lobster biscuits. Again, these meatballs are so good. They fall apart in your mouth. This is actually my mother-in-law's recipe. So good, you guys. Definitely recommend trying this out. I'm probably gonna make a separate video eventually on like my meatball and sauce recipe. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try out any recipes down below, or tag me on Instagram at TristinaRoseYT. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!